Welcome to Gran Turismo James Bond edition again. I guess again and another one, but who people know already as well. Sorry about that. I took a break from the uploaded video, but I do stream as usual. Now people say around this point a couple of weeks ago, well a week ago actually, on the PlayStation channel, James Bond video game just announced it will came out next year. And also the people know already the 101 game. Well, I'm not sure what it's called. I gotta check out. It's a 101 First Light game. Yeah, it will came out next year, 2026. And also it will came out for PS5 only. But unfortunately I didn't have PS5 yet because I didn't have time to buy it. Sorry, but I'm okay with that. So we're gonna talk about the car on the James Bond movie. Now, many people know James Bond movie have a lot of cool cars, such as Sunbeam, Aston Martin, BMW, mostly BMW Z3, 7 Series, and also Z8. And also, oh yeah, if you don't know, in this game they have these two iconic James Bond car, and oh yeah, another one, Lotus Esprit. I just want to point out the Lotus Esprit also in the James Bond movie. I nearly forgot about it, but in this game, we have we already have we have BMW and also Aston Martin. So we're gonna put it on Aston Martin first, the iconic car of all time. Now, every car company mostly have an iconic name as well. I'm gonna say most of the iconic cars. So we're gonna talk about a car. Okay, I already done the green version Aston Martin in back then. Now I'm gonna put it in the car which is the same color as the James Bond on Aston Martin, and also the same car which is already put it on. This is the one of the most iconic car of all time, the Aston Martin DB5, one of the greatest car of all time, including the one of the greatest movie as well, James Bond. Yeah, it is James Bond the movie, the one of the best film, and also one of the greatest car as well. And another thing about the DB5, you also have a 5-speed manual gearbox. Yeah, a 5-speed manual gearbox, the most iconic gearbox of all time. This car designed by Carrozzeria Touring Superleggera as well. Okay, it's a Superleggera. I can say Carrozzeria Touring Superleggera. And also the one thing about this car, this thing about over 3 million pounds today. Yeah, it is 3 million pounds. If you remember when I reviewed a couple of years ago, I believe I reviewed one of these things a couple of years ago as well. This car, the most iconic thing about the Aston Martin, it's still best looking, and also the previous installment of the Aston Martin. Well, I said previous installment and Aston Martin. The previous installment of the James Bond movie, No Time to Die, also featured one of these things as well. And another thing, it's the best looking car of all time. The engine of this car is one of the greatest engine ever built. The 4-liter straight 6 engine features with ZF 5-speed manual gearbox as well. And this car pretty much not that. Pretty much did a lot of power back in the 60s as well. And even the standard sports car today, it's pretty much standard as well. Yeah, it is. It's 282 horsepower, 379 Newton meters of torque. It weighs 1,467 kilograms, and only 1,059 units ever built from 1963 to 1965. And also this car, it became icon on the James Bond movie Goldfinger. If you watch the James Bond movie Goldfinger, you know this car became the symphony of the iconic car as well. This car already have the 2 colors as well. One of them which is green. I reviewed with the DB11, the modern day Aston as well before DB12 came out. And also, this time I decided to get another Aston Martin DB5 on this specific color. The iconic, it's silver, and it was called, I can't see it, silver birch. Yeah, the color of this car is silver birch. Gladly I searched on the Google research on the internet. Glad it was in perfect and correct color as well. The one thing is, this car cost me when I got this thing in the game. Another unit, what is this thing? Not 892,000. Well, glad I get this color perfect timing as well. Well, I bought this one a month ago. I decided to keep it not ready. I'm not ready yet to review all of these things, including the. I said review. I already reviewed it as well. Before I decided to put on the BMW Z8. I made a teaser to you guys. Sorry about it. Okay, I played the time to play the clip I already recorded on that car. Now, another thing about the James Bond movie, they have another car. I know people say, wait, what's with the BMW Z8? I maybe tease you a bit. Yeah, it does. I tease you guys as well. And then, yeah, it is. The BMW Z8 in the James Bond movie as well. Yeah, if you remember that car, you know what I mean. Another thing about the BMW, they also have a 3 on the James Bond. In the James Bond movie, one of them is Z3, one of them is 7 Series, and also one of them is the Z8. Yeah, Z8, which is a cut in a half, a split in a half actually. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about not. I know people are gonna think, what's with the Z4? No, I don't want to say Z4 as well. I know people are gonna think, wait, what's the BMW M2 and M4? Maybe next time. We'll do that next time, okay? So I'm gonna talk about this particular car, the most iconic, the modern classic of all time. This is the ultimate roadster of all time, and also the modern classic of all time, the BMW Z8. And also one thing about this car, this thing is pretty much cost £200,000 today. Yeah, it is £200,000. And also another thing about the BMW Z8, it's pretty much the classic looking, one of the modern classic status of all time. Oh yeah, the thirdly, it resembles the BMW 507. I love that BMW. I like the BMW 507, and as well, it's so cool as well for the convertible. But the Z8, the latest one, I say the latest, is the modern classic of the BMW of all time is the Z8. I pretty much love the shape of the BMW Z8. It is designed by the same man who creates Fiscal Karma. Yeah, it is actually. This is designed by the same man who create Fiscal Karma. It is actually one of the greatest design of all time. And another thing, the tachometer gauge in the middle. And the cool about this car, it's pretty much the best sounding engine of all time. It is one of the best sounding engine of all time. Under the bonnet of this BMW Z8 and the most beautiful car of all time, it has the same engine as the E39 BMW M5 as well. Yeah, that's how it has the same engine as BMW M5. The 4.9 liter V8 engine and underneath. 395 horsepower, 500 newton meters of torque, 1610 kilos. Yeah, if I correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry, I just was using my phone as a reference. Okay, I use calculator for mass as front. It converted from imperial, which is pound, to kilograms, a metric system. And the one thing about this BMW Z8 is it's a rear-wheel drive. Yes, it is. And also manual gearbox, and also front engine. And another thing, twin exhaust. Yeah, they had twin exhaust. That in this case, if you remember, this car costs now £200,000. One of the greatest cars of all time. Among the most noteworthy thing about how the BMW Z8 was that it served as James Bond main rival for a few movies. Yeah, it doesn't say that on the James Bond movie. While Mick said it was a sin that Agent 007 had a German car, you can't argue with it. Its beautiful 507 inspired design. Yeah, it is the BMW 507. If you don't know, it's a classic thing of the BMW. I wish Gran Turismo put a 507 on this game as well. Under the hood, okay, it was 5-liter V8. Yeah, it's 4,941 cc on it. Yeah, 5-liter V8. Impressive 394.5 horsepower and 368.9 pound-foot of torque. That means 500 newton meters of torque, which is 500 newton meters of torque. It is same torque or configuration as the modern to the third gen BMW Z4 and the fifth gen Toyota Supra, GR Supra. It was true driver's car thanks to the 6-speed manual gearbox. It's 6-speed manual gearbox. Yeah, I know people said, why you said 4.9 liters? You said 5 liters. Yeah, look, the displacement 4,941 cc. Right. And the color that you may notice, I love the blue on it, topaz blue, and the simple red, it's pretty cool. The black Schwartz, the Stratus gray, the grout, and also Titan silver. James Bond car is this one here, the silver BMW Z8. Yeah, it is the most appreciated color as well. I gotta say, mostly people, if you are a James Bond fan or BMW fanatic, is silver is common on color for the BMW Z8? Let me know in the comment. It cost me 300 grand. I believe in the previous game GT Sport about 100 grand, I believe. So I gotta buy it because I have to. I have a lot of money. I have literally a lot of money to in this game. I pretty much didn't play a lot, so I'm gonna drop with this car as well. Literally, I am actually. Now, where the track you gotta put on this one, because they have a two circuit in England as well. Yeah, I gotta use. Okay, let's go to brand hatch actually. I pretty much need most fun on the GP circuit of the brand hatch is the most fun to play as well. It is actually, not gonna lie, it does pretty much the most fun to drive as well. So let's get started anyway. Now, who those know, who people already know this car. This is a pretty much the instant classic as well. Well, this car is 24 years old. Oh, actually, the interior of this BMW Z8 is pretty much the most classic looking as well. I know people say, "Wait, are you sure you said it was classic?" Yeah, it was a modern classic as well. The interior wise is a very amazing. I pretty much love how it looks. So as well, and it came with the manual gearbox only, the standard Z8. If you want to have the automatic version, the Alpina Z8 as well. Yeah, the Alpina Z8, which is they have the engine 4.8 liter version, which is a lower displacement than the normal BMW Z8. You may notice about it. And this car, people love this car because it was such a beautiful and also the best looking car as well. And also this car running with Bridgestone Potenza. Yeah, I pretty much like the Bridgestone tires as well. Yeah, I know some people said, wait, what's the Bridgestone tire you may notice on this? I know that they are RE71 RS tires. This one has a special design Bridgestone Potenza, if I correct me if I'm wrong. Most people know this already. And this car, look at the instrumental cluster on it. It was so beautiful as well. The key fob, I say key fob. The key, insert key right there was good. Now the Z8, its cost today, it's I believe people said £200,000. If I correct me if I'm wrong. And not just they have the soft top version, they also have the hard top. I mean the separate convertible top for this car as well. You may notice it. You can get one of these things with a hard top convertible, which is removable. A convertible hard top as well, but you can drive it with a soft top. It's still a beautiful car as well. And also another thing about another car is the DB5, the 1964 DB5, which is a fun fact is this car is pretty much 51 years old. Yes, it's a 51 years old Aston Martin, and as well, yeah, it is actually. This car not just made by hand, actually, not I said. And this knee out. I believe that some people say which is a Lagonda. People say it a build with the hand as well, hammer. If I'm not sure about it, but I'm not sure about it. Let me check it later. So this car, even designed by the Carrozzeria Touring Superleggera, it's one of the greatest coach builder as well, and also one of the best looking car. Look at the exhaust, the two mufflers as well. And also the good thing is, a cool thing about this one has a tree lights in the back. That's really cool one. It's the best looking. I know some people said, why they say that 5,500 RPM for the Aston Martin? Because it's not just that. That time is what? 5,000-6,000 RPM. That's normal as well. And also a right hand drive and also 7 miles an hour. Miles per hour. But the BMW, okay, before we get into moving on as well, the BMW Z8, if I'm wrong, the only came configuration with the left-hand drive configuration, and also the tachometer as well is 6 kilometers an hour, I believe. This one, I believe, if I'm wrong, this car on the miles an hour. If you know about the Aston Martin stuff, let me know in the comment section below. Oh, as well, this car is pretty much the best looking car of all time. I pretty much love how the Aston Martin as well. I wish I can compare this car with the Toyota 2000 GT. Both of them is classic and also the best looking car as well. I love how it is this car. It's so legendary as well. And okay, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more Gran Turismo 7 and any other video on this channel, and also live stream as well, I'll coming soon for the next game. I will do the next game somehow because I already have a digital purchase rather than buy the physical, because I had at that time I bought the digital version with the discount. Okay, let's move on. Be sure to smash the like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and Hoyo Lab and TikTok. Link in the description box below as well. And see you guys in the next video. Assalamualaikum and goodbye.